The Community Television Consortium of Stark County presents this week's edition of What's Happening, the show about you, the people of Stark County. And now your host for tonight's program, Susie Vitale.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of What's Happening in Stark County. I'm Patty Anderson. Tonight our first guest is Paul Beinlich, and Paul is from the YMCA.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, yeah.
And you are the Corporate Cup Director, but you also have another position at the Y.
Yes, I guess my title is Assistant General Director of the Canton Area YMCAs, and part of my job responsibilities, portfolio, if you will, is Corporate Cup Director, and that's a key part of my responsibilities.
Tell us a little bit about what the Y does for the Canton area.
Well, the Y in the Canton area is involved actually in a lot of different areas of Canton. The Ys that are included in that designation is the Downtown YMCA, right in downtown Canton, and the North Canton YMCA in North Canton, the Louisville YMCA, of course in Louisville, the Minerva YMCA, and finally what we call the Canton South YMCA in right down south of Canton in the area called Canton South. Mm-hmm. And then we also have a camp actually south of Dover and New Philadelphia, Camp Tippecanoe, an important part of our programming, and probably we think one of the most beautiful camps around. So yeah, we do a lot of different things, and within that realm, we have programming from little ones, even before they're out of mom, all the way up to senior citizens. So we have a wide variety of programs within, and the Corporate Cup is just one part of that.
Okay, tell us a little bit about this Corporate Cup.
The Corporate Cup is, of course, has been around now. It's in its 11th year. We're getting to the point where we're trying to finish that year off and look toward the future. But it's been a very important part not only of the community here, but also our YMCA and the programming that we have. We like to look at the Corporate Cup as being a partnership of us in the YMCA of the Canton area, along with our community hospitals, Altman Hospital, Timken Mercy Medical Center, Massillon Community Hospital, and Doctors Hospital, all four who have been partners with us pretty close to most of the time that the Corporate Cup has been around, and they provide what we call major sponsorship dollars, and we try to coordinate this overall event that's been such an important part of the community now for 11 years.
This has been going on, though. You had some last spring. You had some events.
Oh, correct. Yeah, the events run currently from, they start in April, is when we start our events this year. And then there's different events that have run at different times throughout up to this point. And we, of course, culminate in September in what we call the main event and the big Saturday at the Monument.
Okay. Why don't you give us a rundown on some of these events that are coming up? Okay,
the events that are most coming, well, we just finished one actually. The softball event just finished up this past weekend. I was involved for the entire weekend with a lot of other people. That's probably why it looks like I had a lot of sun.
Did you play in that?
No. We don't have time to play.
Okay.
Y employees normally spend most of the time helping coordinate and working it, along with the many volunteers that we have. And so we finished that one up, and that was held out in Massillon at Genshaft Field. So we get the entire community involved of Canton and Massillon, for that matter. And we are going to be coming up now to, actually, the next events are our week-long, what we call Corporate Cup Week, and our week-long events. We start on Tuesday night, September the 6th, the Tuesday after Labor Day. Maybe the 5th.
No, it's the 6th.
Is it the 6th? And that evening we kick off the events of the week with our pep rally, in which all the various companies and their teams have an opportunity to just have some fun and get into the spirit of what Corporate Cup is all about. And basically they will either cheerlead or they'll put on skits or what have you. And we do that at the Civic Center, and it's certainly something that not only the companies can come out and have some fun with, but many of the people in the community, they just like to come and see some of the craziness.
That is a fun evening, because I've been to that.
It is pretty crazy evening. Then on Wednesday night we will be having our swimming competition. And of course, we have the challenge again this year since the natatorium is not available. I don't know, some people may not have heard that, but we officially got the word, matter of fact, this morning, that the natatorium will not be finished with their repairs until later in September or early October, so we are going to have to find another site. Right now, last year we went to the Northeast Community Center, and we'll probably be going there again this year to run the event. So that'll be on Wednesday night, and then Thursday night we will be having the ever-popular tug of war in the Civic Center, which should be even more interesting this year because it'll be double elimination, so companies will have a bigger opportunity, and we also have a weight limit. So teams will have to deal with and spread themselves out, so to speak, with their bigger people and their not so big people. And that'll be going on at the same time that our 6x100 relays will be going on, where the runners in the companies get a chance to participate, both male and female, in the relay event, which is, although there's a lot of very competitive individuals in that, it's also a fun competition. And then finally is our big Saturday, at which we start out with a 3-mile run, and we have the predicted bicycle race, which is 3.5 miles, the walk, jog, run event, which is a predicted distance for anybody can participate and do very well and provide points for their company. And then the ever-popular 10K relay, which is always fun to watch, where males and females run different legs of the 10K distance and get a chance to show how they can run. And finally, it all culminates with our what we call our final ceremonies and the family participation walk, where we get everyone that from the companies involved. And last year was quite a sight with all the people. It spread out a half mile on the road. So it's really exciting, and we're looking forward to a big year this year.
If anybody wants more information on these, what's the number they can call?
They can call 580-4162, and either extension 248 or 249.
All right. I commend you guys. You do a super job on this.
Well, we try very hard, and we want to hear what the community has to say. And I can tell you that the committees of volunteers who put in hundreds of hours, and all the companies that provide sponsorship have really made a big difference for us, in not only for the Y, but in the community in general. And we're looking for some exciting new changes next year. We hope that we're going to be able not only to involve the people who belong to a company who is involved in it, but also involve the general community. We're looking at some new things to open it up to the whole community. So
we'll watch
we're excited.
Thanks for being here this evening.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our next two guests are from the Stark County Veterans Memorial Committee, which is something I think some people haven't heard about, although you have been in the paper and on the radio. But Doug Perry, you are the vice president.
That's correct.
And Al McCallan, you are the secretary, and you're also the attorney for the group.
That's right.
Now, tell us a little bit about this. Where's this going to be located?
Well, the plan is now to build it in Westbrook Veterans Memorial Park. That's in Canton, right along I-77, across the street from the new Stables restaurant and the new Boy Scout headquarters.
Right, which is a really nice area.
Very convenient location, and we hope to be very visible. So that people traveling through will be able to see it from the expressway.
Well, sure, they'll be able to look right down there. Tell us a little bit about this memorial. It's to all the veterans in Stark County. One thing that you told me, Doug, on the phone was that there were 48 living veterans in Stark County, which I thought was just 48,000. 48,000, which I thought was just absolutely amazing.
Ohio is a very dedicated state, I guess, if you will, for service to their country in this area in general, and Stark County very heavily. So there are a lot of veterans here, and this is why we want to build this thing. It's long overdue. It should have been built 40 years ago, and we would have liked to start building it yesterday. but we have to wait for the funds to come in.
Okay.
But it is purely a veterans memorial.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the memorial itself is dedicated to all men and women from Stark County, from all branches of the services who served during peacetime and in war. So it's not for a specific veterans group, whether it be the Vietnam veterans or the World War II veterans. It's for all veterans. From World War I, my grandfather was a World War I veteran and a World War II veteran, Korean War veteran. So we have a very broad range of veterans here still living in Stark County that's going to be dedicated to.
Okay, and it's for all 5 branches.
That's correct. All 5 branches of service, and each will be represented with a monolith of its own, with the unit flag flying behind it. And Al touched it. This is also for the ladies. We want to make a very distinct effort to make sure that the ladies know that this is for them also. Too many times in the past they've sort of been left out or sort of forgotten in some of the memorials. They're definitely not forgotten in this memorial. Part of the plan is for 2 statues to be constructed or sculpted. I'm not sure what the correct word is for that, but they will be built, a man and a woman, in a basic battle fatigue that will withstand their standing and looking at the American flag. We did this on purpose, of course, to make sure everybody felt a part of this, and we're trying to make a very sincere effort that nobody feels that this is a particular memorial to a particular conflict. It is to cover everybody. So these 2 individuals will be dressed in a basic battle fatigue. There'll be no weapons to try to identify any particular realm or era that happened. And we felt that the basic battle fatigue would cover most of recent history, going back to somewhere around World War I, because we just couldn't cover all the uniforms through all the time.
Right. Oh, I think that's wonderful. And they're granite? There's going to be 5 granite.
The monoliths are solid granite.
Okay.
Each one weighs 10,800 pounds apiece. We wanted to build something that was going to last and make sure that no vandal could come along and just push it over. It's there to stay.
Great.
One attractive feature of the memorial will be the brick walkway, and this is the way one of the ways that we are funding the memorial, selling bricks, where you can purchase a brick honoring a veteran's service with their name on it, and it will be placed in the walkway as a visible and permanent remembrance of their service. How
can people purchase these?
Well, they're available. We have brochures available through the various veterans organizations here in town, the VFW, the American Legion, Army, Navy garrisons, and various other veterans groups. The disabled war veterans have them, and with the brochures you complete the brick information with your veterans information on it and send in your donation, and a brick will be reserved for you. And another interesting feature that we've been talking about is, and we've got a lot of inquiries from families of maybe having all of their family members' bricks in a given area on the walkway.
Oh, so that you can do that, so they can all be together.
All together.
Oh, how nice. And the bricks are different prices.
That's right.
Okay.
Different sizes and different prices.
Okay.
And we think that perhaps corporations would want to buy a larger brick, and we are offering various incentives to make the larger donations, including, I think, that could explain the framed memorial picture and the extra charges for that.
And see, the brick donations are set up on 3 levels. Of course, we're taking donations of any size. If somebody doesn't want to buy a brick, isn't interested, which some people are not,
sure.
Just want to make a donation, we certainly or gladly accept any donations. And everybody who makes a donation, their name will be recorded and sealed within the monument. So even if they don't buy a brick, if they make a donation of $1, they're going to get their name on a list, and that will be sealed and incorporated in part of the monument. The bricks run from an individual brick, which is a 4x8 brick, and that is a $50 brick, and you get 3 lines of about 13 characters apiece. So we find that pretty much you can get the veteran's name and something to do with his branch of service in the years that he served on that. These also can be purchased, as Al said, for memorials. You know, if you wanted to buy one for a member of your family who didn't come back, or somebody who's passed on already, they certainly can be bought for them. Then we go to our business bricks, or more of a corporate brick. We're hoping, of course, somebody with a big family might be interested, and we jump up to a $500 brick, which is an 8x8 brick that gives them up to 4 lines of script on it. And then we have our $1,000 donor brick, and that is another, again, an 8x8 brick, and then that also comes with a framed copy of the print the artist rendering of the memorial.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, along with this, you're also going to work on the park and do some improvements.
We hope so, yes. If we can raise enough money, we hope to not only build the memorial, which is our primary objective, but if we raise enough money, we intend to complete the entire park, hopefully with the help of the city, to build new bathrooms that are handicap accessible, accessible paths that go from the bathroom area to the memorial area to the parking area, maybe a new shelter, and take down the old one, which has gotten to be quite an eyesore.
Right. Oh, this is wonderful because that's such a nice area. Now, you gave me a number of Tom McGraw, and people can call Tom McGraw also, besides going through one of the veterans organizations, and his number is 452-2285.
That's correct.
Correct? Or they can also get a brochure and send for a brick through the Stark County Veterans Memorial Committee, Post Office Box 80388.
That's correct.
Canton, Ohio 44708.
They also can come visit us. We plan on having a booth at the county fair to try to make sure we get to as many people as we can, and they can come there and make donations. They can pick up brochures. They can make an order if they want at the time. So we'll be glad to see everybody at the fair if they want to come see us there.
Super. All right. Thanks so much for being here tonight, and good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our next two guests are from the ECSV Career Academy, and we have Dick Philo, who is the vocational director of the R.G. Dreg Career Education Center, and Jane Greenwood, who is the director of the ECSV Career Academy. Jane, give us a little history about the academy.
Thank you. During the 1993-94 school year, the vocational directors and the superintendents and the teacher representatives from 5 vocational education planning districts started meeting, and we expanded it to include also the other 3 VEPDs, which is what we call them, the vocational education planning districts, to start talking about ways in which we could come together as a group and maximize more our facilities and equipment and the people that we have who are involved in vocational education in Stark County. And as things evolved, 3 of the VEPDs decided that they were still going to stay operating on their own, while 5 of us decided that we would go together in a cooperative effort for the 94-95 school year and see what we could do in order to expand the vocational offerings for students within this area. And we feel that we're really very, very excited about it and looking forward to it as we start getting everything ready for the 94-95 school year.
I give you a lot of credit. That's very innovative, very, very, getting into the times, because a lot of things don't progress like that, and to look forward to see that this is needed. And I think you're right, because you're telling me about how they can go from district to district, which we'll talk about in a little while. That's really incredible.
One of the things we wanted to make sure that we did was when we started with the superintendents and the vocational directors and the teacher reps, was to make sure that we had all the key players who we considered to be very, very important involved, and I guess committed right from the very beginning on what we were going to do.
Yeah, good move. It's good to have everybody on your side when you're starting something new. Tell us about the 5 districts that are in it. Which 5 districts they are?
This is the Alliance City Schools.
Okay.
The Canton City Schools. Canton Local, which you refer to, which is ECSV Career Academy, which represents East Canton and Canton South and Sandy Valley. Okay. And we have the Massillon City Schools, and then R.G. Dreg Career Ed Center, or the Stark County JVS, which sometimes people refer to it.
Okay. they're going to be putting up those phone numbers on the screen so that you can call any of those schools at the numbers that are shown and get in touch with them. Besides that, what does a student need to do when they call? How do they get enrolled in this program?
They would go through their home school first, working through their home school counselors who would lead them in the right direction. It would be a matter of filling out applications at whatever school they are trying to enroll in, but their home school counselor would be the first line of communication.
Okay. I take it that a lot of this program was set up because there are some things offered in some school districts which are not offered in other school districts.
That's exactly right, and we've been fighting this for years. I know the directors have been talking about this for years. Each of these 5 school districts that we have mentioned have unique programs. For example, my students, we are made up of 6 school districts that make up the R.G. Drake Career Center. But right down the road at Jane's School, there is a building trades program. Well, we don't offer that. But what happens with the student who wants that? Now that student can go to Canton South and get building trades. We, on the other hand, offer programs such as dental lab technician, where there are only 2 in the state. We offer meat cutting. Maslin offers a radio and television program. Alliance offers a communication arts program. Canton City offers a law enforcement program. These are all unique programs that the other schools don't offer. This is going to give students in each one of these 5 districts an opportunity to take advantage of those programs. We're excited about this.
Absolutely. Okay, now they can go. Now, how are they going to get there?
That's one of the problems.
Okay.
We couldn't arrange everything this year. My understanding is that Alliance already runs a bus to Canton City for certain purposes. So they are going to be able to bus their students to our areas. The others, transportation is their own responsibility. It is tuition free. It is a 1-year pilot program, but transportation will have to be the responsibility of the student and parents.
Okay, so the tuition is free. So all they have to do is sign up.
For this year, and for 1994 and 95, the tuition is free.
That's wonderful. I can't imagine this is not going to go. This is something that's really needed.
We're looking forward to it.
Oh, this is exciting. Okay, now, give us the phone number where they can call you.
I can be reached at 484-8000.
Okay, so they can call you and talk to you, or they can call their own school district. And I know that most of the school districts, the secretaries and the principals are back now, and I'm sure there's guidance counselors in, so they can get a hold of them and then get signed up for this.
Pat, I guess the thing we'd like to emphasize most of all is that there's still time for people to sign up for this year's programs.
Great.
We feel like there's a lot of new people have moved into the area, and there might be some students and their parents who have decided they have looked at their schedule for next year and would really maybe like to look into taking a vocational program. So we would like to encourage people to know that there is still time to talk to counselors and to check out the vocational programs for the 94-95 school year.
Great. Good. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now for the calendar of events. The North Canton Playhouse has received grants from the Alcohol and Drug Addiction Services Board of Stark County and the Ohio Children's Trust Fund for the presentation of critically acclaimed dramas dealing with substance abuse, AIDS, and child sexual abuse to schools in Stark County. These plays are performed by Spotlight on Youth. For more information, you can call 494-1613. 2 separate childbirth education Lamaze classes for expectant families will begin at 7 p.m. on August 10th and again on August 29th at Doctors Hospital. The 6-session classes will cover the role of the support person, relaxation, breathing, labor, delivery, the postpartum period, and parenting. For more details or to register, call the parent educator at 830-1680. Living with Cancer, a program of ongoing support and education for people with cancer and their family members, is being offered by the Summa Health System. The program offers an opportunity to meet and talk with others who are having similar experiences coping with cancer. It is also designed to provide mutual problem solving, sharing of ideas, and emotional support. The free sessions are offered the third Thursday of every month from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at Akron City Hospital's Professional Center South, and that is on the basement level. For more details, call 375-4770. The March of Dimes second annual mud volleyball tournament, sponsored by Powerade, will be August 20th at Poncho's Southwestern Grill. Co-ed teams of 6 players, 2 of which must be female, might be knee-deep in mud, and they can be for $120 per team. If you want to register or want more information, you can call at 492-3463. A basic emergency medical technician class will begin September 8th at the North Canton Emergency Medical Service, and that's located at 345 7th Street Northeast in North Canton. Classes will meet 7 to 10 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays until December 8th. The class is limited to 20 students. Applicants who live in the city and plan to join the North Canton EMS will be given priority in enrollment. For more information, call 497-4899. The Quail Hollow State Camera Club meets the second and the fourth Tuesday of each month at 7 o'clock at the Mansion. Guests are welcome. Meetings feature programs of instruction and entertainment. Quail Hollow is located in Hartville, Ohio. For more information on this, there's 2 numbers. The first one is 877-6652, or you can call 452-8085. Help foster the growth of a child. Learn how to become a foster parent for the Stark County Department of Human Services. Their number is 438-8789. A 55 Alive Mature Driving class for people 50 and older will be at 12:30 to 4:30, August 24th and August 31st at the Massillon Community Hospital. The 8-hour course will be given in conference rooms 1 and 2 on the first floor. Developed by the American Association of Retired Persons, the program covers traffic interaction, vehicle safety, vision, hearing, and adverse driving conditions. A cost of $8 covers the course and workbook. Registration and prepayment is required, and the class is limited to 30 participants. To register, call 837-6887, Monday through Friday between 8 and 4:30. If your nonprofit club or organization would like to have its events on this program, you can write to the Community Television Consortium, Post Office Box 8335, Canton, Ohio. Zip is 44711, or you can give us a call at 493-8925. We air on Tuesdays at 6 and Thursdays at 6:30 on Warner Cable Channel 11, and we air on Thursdays at 7:30 on Massillon Cable Channel 50. Thanks for being with us on another edition of What's Happening in Stark County.